Now that we have taken a look at the answers to this very important question, let us now take a quick look at some of the excuses that are given to try and avoid this teaching requirement. This is a very good excuse because the fact of the matter is, every teacher is scared to some degree. But the way we learn to control this fear is by practice. You cannot practice being a teacher by being a student. To practice teaching, you must teach. So to overcome the fear of teaching, the answer is very simple: teach. Not knowing what to teach and then going through the creative process, which enables you to come up with a lesson plan, is one of the points of teaching. To get ideas for lesson plans, it forces a teacher to reanalyze their past training. It also forces them to research and talk with other teachers. All of this stimulates growth in the teacher, and growth and development is the point of teaching. This must be the most humorous excuse of them all, because as we stated before, no one truly makes any money off teaching the martial arts. So when someone makes this statement, the response should be in a humorous manner. Well, you certainly take charity by receiving the gift of instruction. Then the brown belt should be instructed that if they want to learn, they need to follow the traditions of the dojo, which in this case is teaching at the brown belt level. The "I am too busy" excuse is a classic. If you look around, you will see that this excuse is used for a variety of things, and not just the martial arts. The most valuable thing that a human possesses is their precious time on this earth. It all comes down to a matter of choices. When someone is taking the teacher's time and refuses to give time to others through teaching, it is like happily receiving a gift but never giving back to others. If a dojo allows this type of behavior, it is truly sending the wrong message. As children, we learn that play is more fun than work. When a brown belt says, "All I want to do is practice," what they are basically saying is all they want to do is play. The sensei acts like a parent and teaches the brown belt that the work of teaching, although difficult, will reward them in wonderful ways that the play of practice never will. To gain experience in teaching, the answer is very simple. The answer is teach. The fact of the matter is, even the most highly qualified teachers in the world are trying to perfect their craft daily by teaching. What the brown belt is really saying is they lack confidence in their ability to teach. Once they get the experience of a few classes under their belt, many times their confidence will soar and they will be eager to teach. This eagerness, coupled with the simple act of teaching, will give them the confidence they need. So as far as experience goes, everyone has to start somewhere. When people begin their teaching career, they have visions of having a large number of people in their classes. But many times this is not the case. Many a class may consist of the teacher with 1 or 2 students. This is very good because it gives the teacher an opportunity to tailor the class to the needs of the individual student. And if no one shows up for class, it teaches the teacher to have faith and patience, because in time, if they do not give up, someone will show up. When no one shows up, the teacher should use this time to go over their lesson plan and perfect it in anticipation of the students showing up the next class. The teacher should remember that even the most knowledgeable and skilled teachers have had moments when there was no one in their class. When a person makes this statement, very calmly and logically ask them what their thing is. After this, proceed to inform them that they are here to learn the martial arts. This is done by listening to and following the instructions of the sensei. The sensei knows that if the student is going to progress, they need to do so by learning how to share, which is teaching. There is nothing wrong with pointing the brown belt in the direction of another school who does not advocate teaching. Of course, do this in a caring way. but it goes against the dojo rules to make an exception and waive the brown belt's teaching requirement. Gaining someone's attention has little to do with the belt a teacher wears. Gaining someone's attention has more to do with the teacher's preparation, knowledge of the subject, and general interest in teaching their students. When one of these three qualities is lacking, it becomes very difficult to teach, but instead of admitting this, the teacher will often blame the color of the belt around their waist. In conclusion, as we look at the answers to why the brown belts of our dojo must begin their teaching career and the excuses that they use to escape this requirement, we begin to understand how important and controversial this issue is. This is a requirement that must not be abandoned. As teachers/black belts, we must also not abandon the brown belt that is reluctant to teach. There are many different options to assist the brown belt to fulfill their teaching requirement. We just need to be creative and make sure that the requirement is met. As teachers, we will do everything we can to assist the brown belt to fulfill their teaching requirement. The teaching requirement is there to help the brown belt grow as a martial artist and a human being. What we do not want to see happen is the promoting of a brown belt to black belt of a person who only thinks of themselves, because this is truly very dangerous, not only for our dojo, but to the world as a whole.